Scotty Moore, come over here and say howdy to all your friends in Texarkana, will you?
Howdy. And say hello to all the fine folks down in Texarkana.
I said that before. Now you go ahead and say something new.
Well, we want to invite everybody out to the show Friday night, and we're going to have two shows at 7 and 9. And they've all been asking about the drummer that we had up there last time, DJ Fontana. And he's going to be with us. He's a regular member of our band now, and he'll be there with us Friday night, along with Floyd Kramer and Jimmy Day, the Louisiana Hayride Band. And, of course, all of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll provide a whole lot of picking and all those numbers that folks like to hear so well, like Baby Let's Play House and I Forgot to Remember. Might even find Maybelline along the line there someplace. Tell you what, before we call over some other folks here to talk, Elvis Presley, how are you doing?
Fine, Bobbert. How you getting along?
Oh, doing grand. I know all the folks down at Texarkana have been raising such a hoop and a holler for you to come down and hoop and holler at them that we've got this great big double show scheduled for Friday night at the auditorium down there. What do you think about it?
Oh well, Bob, I've been just as anxious to come back as I can be. We've been. I think this makes about the fourth or fifth time we've been to Texarkana, and we've been lucky. Every time we've gone back, the crowd has increased a little bit, and we've really been proud of that because it's kind of unusual, you know.
Well, it's been about 4 months now since the last time you were in Texarkana. And aside from that, we've got some extra fine entertainers to take along. I'd like to mention this boy, Johnny Cash from Memphis, who wrote and recorded Cry, 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 and Hey Porter. Johnny is a swell young fella. I know everybody's going to want to watch him work and see him on the big show. And you've worked with Charlene Arthur from the Big D, haven't you, Elvis?
I've worked with Charlene quite a bit, and she's one of the finest entertainers on stage I've ever seen.
Her new record of Kiss the Baby Goodnight is sure a hot one, too.
Well, I don't know about Kissing the Baby Goodnight, but in all seriousness, Bob, we got to. I think this is about the best one that we brought to Texarkana so far, because I don't know whether any of these people have ever been up that way or not. Charlene Arthur and Johnny Cash.
None of them have appeared in Texarkana.
I don't think they've ever appeared in Texarkana, and we're going to look forward. We've got two shows, one at 7 and one at 9, right?
Correct. You know, I guess one of the noisiest guys in all this outfit is Bill Black, who thumps on the bass and occasionally tells a story or two and just in general messes things up. Bill, come over and say howdy to your fans in Texarkana.
Bob, I just wanted to say one thing. Friday night we'll be down there. I'll have a brand spanking new pose of Elvis for a picture, and they'll be selling the same old price of only a quarter. And I'll have about 4 or 5 million of them. If anybody would like to have just one, well, I'll have plenty of them before the show, during the intermission, after the show. And the fact is, I may sell them out there all night long, so anywhere around them. That's all I got to say, Well.
That's all you got to say. You're going to save the rest of it for Friday night, huh? Well, neighbors, like we mentioned, we're all excited about the big double show at Texarkana Friday night. And I'm going to be there, too, and you can look out for me and get ready to buy me a hot dog or something like that. We're going to have such a big time, though, with stars like Charlene Arthur and Johnny Cash. Yeah, Johnny may be kind of new to the folks down around Texarkana, but after you see him and hear him, I know you're going to like him. And, of course, the king of Western bop, Elvis Presley, will be there doing all of those numbers with the big Louisiana Hayride gang. So, Elvis, before we wind up this little session of talking and so forth, why don't you, we'll greet the friends down in Texarkana once again and invite them to the show.
Well, Bob, I think you just about covered everything, except we've got lots of friends in Texarkana. The few times we've been down there, we've really made a lot of friends. But I would like to invite everybody out Friday night, see our big show, because I don't know when we'll be coming back that way. We're going on tour out in the West Coast and Canada and a lot of places, and it'll probably be a pretty long while before we can come back to Texarkana. We're going to be looking forward to a good crowd.
Yes, sir. I doubt, frankly, whether we'll be able to get back to Texarkana this year. But we want to see everybody at the big shows Friday night. Remember now, there are 2 shows, 7 and 9 o'clock at the Arkansas Municipal Auditorium. If you can't get there for the first one, well, come for the second one. And if you want to, stay and see them both. I know that you'll see a real terrific show with Charlene Arthur, Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Scotty and Bill, all the gang. This is Bob Neal, who's been talking with Scotty Moore and Bill Black and Elvis Presley. We want to thank you for letting us do a little speaking, and we'll see you for the big one Friday night.